Welcome back to the Arcane Archives for another captivating episode. Tonight, we're going deep into the world of Freemasonry, specifically the elusive 33rd degree.
Ah, yes, the coming third degree.
Prepare to explore the connection between this ancient fraternity and the manipulation of energy, even reality itself.
Some say it's just a theory. Others whisper of an ancient power passed down through generations.
Let's unlock those secrets, shall we?
33rd degree. It's more than just a rank. It's a gateway to an understanding of the universe that most only dream of.
Okay.
A realm where the unseen forces that shape our world become not just comprehensible, but controllable.
You're really setting the stage for something incredible here. But to grasp the mysteries of the 33rd degree, we need to go back to the beginning, right? Where did it all start?
Freemasonry's roots wind back through centuries, shrouded in an almost deliberate obscurity. But what we do know is it arose from guilds of builders, the architects of those magnificent cathedrals that still stand today. They possess not just technical mastery, but a deeper understanding of geometry, symbolism, even the flow of energy within structure.
So more than just bricks and mortar. They were working with forces most of us don't even consider. But how did this evolve into the Freemasonry we know today?
As time went on, the focus shifted from the physical to the metaphysical. These builders, these early Freemasons, began to apply those same principles of construction, balance, and energy flow to the self.
Interesting.
It became a path of inner development, using symbolism and ritual to tap into something deeper.
And that's where things get really interesting. This idea that we can build ourselves, shape our inner world, and in turn influence the outer world.
Were there specific traditions they drew from?
Alchemy, Kabbalah. These esoteric traditions became woven into the fabric of Freemasonry.
Right.
Alchemy with its focus on transmutation, not just of lead into gold, but of the base self into something refined.
Awakened.
So they saw a parallel between transforming physical matter and the transformation of the soul.
Precisely. And then there's Kabbalah, a system that maps out the very structure of divine energy, the tree of life, the Sephirot. These aren't just abstract concepts. They're a blueprint for understanding how energy flows through the universe, through us, and how we might learn to work with it.
It's almost like they were tapping into a hidden code, a language of the universe that most people never even realize exists. So how does Freemasonry, particularly the 33rd degree, view energy?
Energy is the fundamental force, the lifeblood that courses through all things. It's not just the electricity we can measure, but a subtle, unseen web connecting everything in the universe.
Right.
And the 33rd degree delves into how to perceive, manipulate, and even direct this energy.
So we're talking about moving beyond just understanding energy into a realm where it can be consciously controlled. How do they go about it?
Symbols, meditation. These are the tools of the 33rd degree.
Okay.
The rituals aren't just ceremonies. They're carefully crafted acts designed to shift consciousness, to resonate with specific energies. Take the initiation ceremony. It's a symbolic death and rebirth, a stripping away of the old self, and an awakening to something new.
It's almost like they're reprogramming themselves.
Yeah.
On a fundamental level.
Can you give us some examples of the symbolism involved?
Consider the square and compass. Symbols familiar even to those outside Freemasonry,
Right.
but within the 33rd degree. They take on a deeper significance.
Okay.
The square representing the material world, our earthly existence, and the compass encompassing the spiritual realm, our potential for growth and understanding.
Yeah.
These aren't just tools for building structures, but for building character, shaping the self.
So these symbols become focal points, a way to connect with those deeper forces they're trying to harness. And what about meditation? What role does that play?
Meditation is the key to unlocking the mind's true potential in the 33rd degree.
Yeah.
It goes far beyond simple relaxation.
Okay.
It's about quieting the external world, delving into the depths of consciousness, and accessing those states where one can connect with the universal flow of energy. So they're reaching for something beyond the everyday, a connection to something much larger. Is that where we start to see the potential for manipulating reality itself?
That's where things get truly fascinating. They believe that through deep meditative states, by achieving a certain level of mental focus and clarity, they can tap into a network of energy that permeates everything.
Wow.
And through this connection, influence not just their own lives, but the very fabric of reality.
This is where the idea of mental power influencing the physical world comes in. It's almost hard to grasp.
Think of it like this. Imagine your mind as a projector, capable of creating images so vivid, so infused with emotion and intent, that they can imprint themselves on the world around you.
Okay.
This is what they call mental holograms, projections of will powerful enough to shape events.
So we're not talking about wishing for things to happen, but actively shaping the course of events through sheer mental focus. Is this something they actually believe they can do?
The 33rd degree is shrouded in secrecy. But those who have studied its teachings suggest it's more than just a theory. They believe it's a power honed through years of disciplined practice, a mastery of consciousness that allows them to interact with reality on a level most can't even fathom.
That's incredible, and to be honest, a bit frightening. This idea that a select few might wield such power.
Which is why the ethical implications are paramount. Those who reach the 33rd degree are said to be deeply aware of the responsibility that comes with this knowledge. It's not a power to be used lightly, but a force to be understood, respected, and wielded with utmost care.
It's a delicate balance, isn't it? The potential for good is immense, but so is the potential for harm.
And that tension is at the heart of the 33rd degree. It's a journey not just into the mysteries of the universe, but into the depths of human nature itself.
This is all so much to absorb. We've journeyed from the origins of Freemasonry to the manipulation of energy, and now to this mind-boggling concept of manipulating reality itself. Where do we even go from here?
Let's delve into the specific methods they supposedly use to achieve this. The rituals and practices that unlock this potential to shape reality.
I'm ready to hear more. Let's unveil those secrets.
The rituals of the 33rd degree. They're more than just symbolic gestures. They're a technology of consciousness, a means of interacting with the unseen forces that shape our world.
We've touched on rituals before, but on this level, it sounds like they take on a whole new meaning.
Imagine a ritual where the practitioner stands within a circle, holding a compass, not as a tool of direction, but as a conduit for energy. They visualize their desired outcome, and with each swing of the compass, they send that intention out into the universe.
So they're harnessing symbolism, geometry, focused intent. It's almost like a form of magic.
Magic is just a word for the forces we don't fully understand, and the 33rd degree seeks to understand. To bring those forces under conscious control, these rituals are designed to align the individual's energy with the universal flow, to tap into a power source far greater than themselves.
It's a bold claim. But what about the tools, the objects they use? Do they play a role in this manipulation of energy?
They work with crystals, seeing them as amplifiers of energy, focusing their intent like a lens focuses light.
I see.
They incorporate the elements: fire for transformation, water for purification, earth for grounding, air for inspiration.
Wow.
Each element has its own resonance, its own power that can be harnessed and directed.
So they're drawing on the forces of nature itself, weaving them into these rituals. It's a potent image.
And it's not just individual practice. Group rituals amplify the effect exponentially.
Okay.
Imagine a group of these practitioners standing in a circle, each holding a crystal, their minds aligned on a single shared goal. The energy generated in such a ritual is said to be immense.
It's almost overwhelming to think about. But how do they control such power? How do they ensure it's not misused?
That's where meditation becomes paramount. It's not just about emptying the mind, but about achieving a level of focus so intense, so precise, that it becomes a tool of creation. They visualize their desired outcome with absolute clarity, holding the image in their mind's eye as if it were already real.
So they're essentially programming reality through the power of their minds.
Think of it as aligning their consciousness with the fabric of the universe, shaping it with the force of their will. But it's not a power to be taken lightly. Doubt, fear, even the slightest hesitation can shatter the focus and disrupt the flow.
Yeah, I can see how that would be difficult. It must require incredible discipline, years of training to reach that level of mastery.
It's a lifelong pursuit, a constant refining of the self, a shedding of limitations and a deepening of understanding. And even then, the dangers are real. If their intentions are not pure, if their motives are clouded by ego or greed, the consequences can be devastating.
So it's not just about the techniques, but about the character of the individual wielding this power.
The 33rd degree emphasizes morality, responsibility, service to humanity.
Right.
They believe that true power lies not in control, but in alignment with a higher purpose.
It's a humbling concept, and one that raises so many questions. How do these individuals navigate the complexities of the real world while holding on to these beliefs? What are the specific techniques they use to manipulate reality, step by step?
Let's delve deeper into the process itself, peeling back the layers of this mystery. and exploring the intricacies of reality manipulation.
Let's do it. I'm ready to see how these ideas translate into action.
Yeah.
We've talked about manipulating reality, but it's so far beyond everyday experience. How do they even approach such a thing?
It begins with the most fundamental element of our being, thought. The 33rd degree teaches that thought isn't just some ephemeral thing happening inside our heads. It's a force, vibration that interacts with the world around us.
So more than just positive thinking, we're talking about thought as a tool, an instrument to shape reality. But how?
Think of an architect designing a building. Before the first brick is laid, there's a blueprint, a detailed vision of what will be. That's what they train the mind to do. Create a mental blueprint, a hologram of the desired outcome. It's so intense visualization, holding that image in the mind with absolute clarity. And that's just the starting point, right?
Visualization is the framework, but emotion is the energy that gives it life.
Okay.
They believe that emotion amplifies thought,
Okay.
gives it weight and potency in the unseen realm. Joy, gratitude, the unshakable conviction that what you're envisioning is already real. These are the fuels that power the manifestation.
It's not just seeing it, it's feeling it, believing it on such a deep level that it becomes undeniable. But there's still a missing piece, isn't there? How do they direct this potent mix of thought and emotion?
Intention is the guiding force. It's like a laser beam. Taking that potent energy and focusing it on a specific target.
I see.
Without clear intention, the power dissipates, like a light bulb trying to illuminate a whole room.
So it's a threefold process. The clear image, the emotional fuel, and the laser-like focus of intention. But this can't be easy, can it? What are the challenges they face?
Doubt is the most insidious enemy. A single flicker of disbelief can crack that mental hologram, disrupt the flow of energy.
And the world around us is full of distractions, pulling our attention away from that single-pointed focus.
So it's not just about mastering the techniques, but also mastering the self, overcoming those inner doubts and external distractions.
And then there's the ethical dimension. The 33rd degree emphasizes that this power can be used for good or ill. To influence reality is to take on a responsibility most people can't even comprehend.
It's almost like a cosmic test. You're given these incredible tools, but you're constantly being challenged to use them wisely, for the betterment of all, not just yourself.
That's the essence of the 33rd degree. It's not a quest for power, but a path of self-discovery, of aligning oneself with a higher purpose, and understanding that true mastery lies in service to something greater than the self.
We've covered so much ground tonight. From the ancient roots of Freemasonry to these mind-bending concepts of manipulating reality itself. It's a lot to process.
And it's just a glimpse into a realm most never even know exists. But perhaps the most important takeaway is this. Whether we realize it or not, we are all shaping reality with our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. The 33rd degree simply illuminates a path to doing so consciously and with purpose.
It's a powerful thought to leave us with, that we have more agency, more influence over our lives and the world around us than we often realize.
And with that understanding comes responsibility. The challenge is to use that power wisely, to become conscious architects of a reality that reflects our highest aspirations.
This has been an absolutely incredible deep dive. We've explored the hidden world of the 33rd degree, delved into the mysteries of energy, and the potential of a human mind to shape reality itself. It's left me with more questions than answers, but a profound sense of awe and a desire to learn more.
The pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending journey, and perhaps the greatest mystery lies not in the answers we find, but in the questions we dare to ask.
That's a wrap for today. Stay curious and see you in the next episode.